guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in the past I had made two videos dedicated to CUET. One was my daily routine plus how I was preparing for CUET, in which I gave you a brief account on how I was preparing for CUET. And the next video I made, which was this one, I made it recording my experience of CUET when I gave my slot 1 exam. So it contains all the general details and the basic instructions of what you're going to face when you're going to go at the center. So all that is recorded in this video. If you have your exams in the upcoming days, you must watch this, because it's like a whole package of what all you need to know and what all you need to do as in the prep. And thank you so much for giving a lot of love to that video. I am really glad that it is helping a lot of you. And in the comment section of that video, a lot of you requested me and asked me questions like, how am I preparing for CUET and what is my procedure? So I thought, why not make a separate video on it so that it will clear a lot of your doubts. And here I am. Okay, so a little disclaimer, I am not giving general aptitude test, which is GAT, because for my courses, that is for humanities or arts courses, it is not required, and I'm only going to be talking about the domain preparation, which is the subject preparation in this video. So I had my subjects and I have my subjects as history, which is already done for me, and I'm left with English, psychology and pol science. English is a language and other three are the domains. So I'm going to be talking about how I'm preparing for domain as well as for English. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so starting with how I was preparing in the initial days when I had like 1 to 2 months of a time span to prepare. So at that point of time, what I was doing was I attended lectures from my coaching, which is EduMentor. This is the coaching that I have been taking lessons from, and I would watch lectures for each of the chapters, and once I was done with the lectures, I would read and go through that chapter from NCERT, because NCERT is the key. CUET is actually based on NCERT, so that is why I would go through NCERT once, and once I was done reading, I also made very crammed down notes while I was taking the lecture. And once I was done reading, I would memorize those notes, because in humanities it is important to memorize all the dates and facts and get them correct. So I would memorize them, and then I did one practice set which was given on my portal of my coaching, which is EduMentor. I would do that, and I was sure that yes, I am now very thorough with this chapter, and this is how I covered all of the chapters. Now that a lot of exams have been postponed, you can carry out this procedure. I would not recommend taking a coaching for this separately, because it is not needed in my opinion. You can get a lot of lectures from YouTube, because basically it's like NCERT lectures, so you can get a lot of lectures from YouTube and you need not pay extra money for it. So you can like watch a YouTube video on your lecture, and then you can just read, make your notes, memorize them, and be thorough with each of the chapters, because now you have a bigger time span. And this is how I prepared for my exams initially. So now when only 3 to 4 days are left before your exam, and during that time you only need to do like a very crammed up revision of your chapters, because the syllabus is very vast. Now the deleted chapters are also included, the deleted topics are also included, which were not included in like the CBSE boards. So it becomes difficult to cover 9 to 10 chapters in one day. So at that point of time, what I did was I would revise my notes, and I would revise my notes for each chapter. And once I was done with the syllabus of one whole subject, so for example, let's say in history I have 10 chapters, I'm done revising all the notes for the 10 chapters, and at the end of the day I would do the CUET mock test, which is available on the CUET website. Also, a lot of you were not able to find those mock tests, so I will link them in the description box below, so it's easier for you to find them. So you can easily find them and do them. And when I did them, I was really, confident, and I would know where I was lacking and if I'm prepared enough to go and give the exam. Now, I also read the NCERT for some chapters which I felt that had a lot of weightage. So in history, for example, the first chapter, which was on like seals and beads, I do not remember the name, but yeah, the first chapter, I had encountered a lot of questions from like, sample papers and in the CUET mock test as well. So I read that chapter. So there were like certain important chapters that I read according to me, which had a lot of questions in the question papers, and then I would revise their notes. So this is the procedure that I followed. I also did a lot of sample papers from Oswaal. This is the book. Again, a lot of you were having difficulty in finding the books. I ordered them off of Amazon, so I'm going to be linking them again in the description box below. In case you're interested, you can go click on that link and buy from Amazon. And this is how I prepared for the domain preparation. Also, for history and pol science, you need to be very, very thorough with the dates, because there were a lot of chronology based questions. There were a lot of match the following questions. So you need to be thorough with the very basic and very important dates. You need not memorize all the dates that are given in your chapter, because everything is not important. Only the very, very main dates. So if you take the emergency chapter, the dates wherein, when the emergency was, imposed. So like that, very basic and very main dates you need to memorize. Chronology and match the following based questions were a lot. So make sure you're very, very thorough with the dates. For psychology, be very thorough with keywords. This is the technique that my teacher from my coaching had told me. Be very, very thorough with your keywords, because when you spot those keywords, you would automatically know what the answer is, and you will not take a lot of time in thinking what the answer is and connecting your thoughts. So for example, if we take anxiety, some keywords would be like vague feelings or worry, apprehension, and when you read these kind of words, you would automatically know that yeah, this encounters for anxiety. There are a lot of disorder based questions or case based questions, in that you cannot take a lot of time in thinking what disorder it would be, then because then it will get difficult for you to manage your time. And make sure that that in 45 minutes you need to do 40 questions out of 50 questions, and the right answer accounts for +5 marks, and a wrong answer accounts for -1, and the answer which you have left unanswered would account for 0 marks. So this is what the marking scheme is, so make sure you keep this in mind. Also, when you're doing the CUET mock test, just do it as if you're sitting in a real life examination hall and you are attempting your CUET exam. Make sure you manage your time really well, because at the end, when you're all panicky, time management becomes a task. I'd also given some time management tips in the previous video, so you can watch it by clicking the link above that I provided in the starting of the video. The link is also available in the description box below in case you want to go and check it out. So this is how I prepared briefly for the domains. If you have any other doubts, you can again ask me in the comment section. Now moving on to the English part. So I'm not giving verbal ability, which is a part of general aptitude test. I'm only giving the English language, which has three comprehension questions. Then there were a lot of spelling based questions. You need to know which spelling is correct from all the 4 options that are given. Then you need to be thorough with your poetic devices like simile, metaphor, personification. You need to know all the meanings, and you need to know very basic grammar. So make sure you get your tenses correct, your verbs, your prepositions and stuff like that. Basic rules, like very, very basic grammar. You need not worry a lot. For English, I again got thorough with my basic got thorough with my basic grammar through attending my lectures from my coaching. And I also did a lot of practice questions from the modules that were provided to me by my coaching. I did not buy any extra book for English. I was using the modules that were given to me. And I also practiced like 4 to 5 comprehensions before going for the examination, like one day prior. So you need to just keep on, practicing comprehensions, and also know very basic word meanings. If you are bad with vocabulary, you might know if you're good or not. So if you're bad, just make sure to upgrade your vocabulary a little bit. You could also do it in like a fun way. There's a game called Waffle, which is like online game. You just type like on Google waffle.game.net, something like that, and it's kind of a crossword puzzle. So you need to just solve those crosswords in like a limited time, and you only get limited swipes. And once you're done with your attempt, the meanings to these words come at the end of the game, and this is only available once in like a day. So daily you can do that waffle game, which only takes around 5 minutes or even 2 minutes for some people. So you can take out those 2 or 5 minutes in a day to do your vocabulary, but know your basic word meanings, know your poetic devices, your comprehensions, and your very basic grammar. And this is what English clubbed up for me. And yeah, that is the video. Again, if you have if you have any doubts related to it, you can comment down below. And if you have any other questions related to CUET, comment down. Also, thank you for letting me hit 500 plus subscribers. I am really thankful. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure to please subscribe, click the bell icon, like this video, and also share it with all the friends that are giving CUET in the upcoming days. Let me know what all are the dates for your CUET exams, and I'm wishing you all a very best. You all are gonna kill it. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm like, oh shit, I've been